Hi there, welcome back. I hope you'll join me again today as we take on this challenge of mastering the techniques in Bert Dodson's book, Keys to Drawing. Let's see if we can all improve our drawing skills with this full book walkthrough series. This is the fourth part of the series that I'm currently putting together, so if you haven't watched the previous videos, I'll pop a link down below in the comments section to the playlist. If you'd like to watch those first and work through them in order, then the things that we talk to in this video should make a lot more sense to you. I'll pop a link down below in the description to the book and also to some of the materials that I'm using, but they're quite simple materials and it's likely you've already got those at home anyway. In this next part of the book, we'll consider further how to capture the unique individuality of our subject, drawing from our direct visual experience rather than from our memory. Dodson explains in the book how it helps to individualise our subject when we don't overanalyse what we're looking at. Rather, we just be curious, observe, and draw what we see. An important point that he makes is that it helps not to view our subject as a thing, but rather lines and shapes. Again, this individualises the subject. Let's consider our own eyes. Without looking in a mirror, let's just think about the mental image that we already have about our own eyes. They consist of an eyeball set in an eye socket with an upper and lower eyelids. The eyelids form a teardrop shape and they're lined with eyelashes. So if we were to draw our own eyes from memory in a front profile, we could probably draw a pretty convincing set of eyes, but it's not very likely that what we've drawn would be an accurate representation of our own eyes. It's merely just a mental symbol of what an eye should look like. Not to mention, if we were to draw eyes from different angles, tilted up, down, or when the head's tilted. Now let's take a look at our own eyes in the mirror and consider some questions. Do both of our eyes look identical? How far apart are they? Is the separation one eye width between them, or is it more? Is it less? How big is the iris? What's the shape of the upper eyelid? Is it symmetrical? Is it not symmetrical? Asymmetrical? What is the highest point of the eyebrow? And what's the lowest point? Can you see any prominent lines or skin folds around your eyes, or where the shadow areas and lighter areas are and the brightest highlights? And then try turning your head from side to side and observe how the shape of the eye changes. And there's likely many more questions like these we could ask, but these ones that we've already asked ourselves as we look at our subject, in this case our own eyes, go some way to demonstrate what real observation looks like. That's such a big part of being a successful artist, to learn to truly observe and to be curious about what we're looking at. And it also goes to show the complexities of what we're drawing. It wasn't just a pair of eyes, but it was a unique pair of eyes that belonged to an individual, and we want to capture that individuality. So we need to really be observant and draw what we see, not just what we think we see, and not drawing from our preconceived mental image of what an eye looks like. Now for this week's exercise, we sit in front of a mirror, we turn our head at 45 degrees, so kind of halfway between front on and side profile, use a HB or a 2B pencil, and draw as accurately as we can, just focusing on the area around the eyes, eyebrows, bridge of the nose, drawing what we see, not what we know from memory, and focus on the lines and the contours and just add some shading, and try to just draw blind in short bursts and make some restatements as required. And don't be too precious with it, just be loose and expressive with it, and just have fun with it. So that's it for this week's exercise. I'd love to hear how you got on with it. I'll keep adding these videos to a playlist as a series, organised in one place, so it's easier for you to find them all and work through them. I'll add a thumbnail link to the screen now, so that will take you to the full playlist. I hope you'll like, subscribe, share these around, all that good stuff if you like the videos. Hit the bell to be alerted of future content and follow along, and let us know in the comment how you're finding this series, and tell us about your own art journey. It'd be good to hear about you and who's actually watching these videos. And I think that's about it. Until next time, God bless. You and me, we're going to make it onwards.